Welcome everyone, it's Vapors Drakomar. It's time for another episode of Raid Shadow Legends. We are going to be doing an experimental Clanboss team involving Kale as the main DPS and then everything else surrounding him being defense. So, what we're going to do is we're going to put all this up. Get all these buffs up, and then continue to refresh the buffs. Now, this isn't the only thing that I'm going to be doing, but it's a termite experiment. So the main objective here, as you may have guessed, is to try to keep up as many buffs as I can. So that's the goal here. Buff maintenance. So when one buff expires, another buff goes in its place. See? And by doing that, with the 1 DPS, we can maintain nearly unbroken buffs. Because we've got her with the increase the buff duration, him with the shields. I've booked down those abilities. Him with the heal. Somehow the buffs are going down. I want to try to get uniform buff coverage. And then try to... Because see, this is where... we try to maintain the buffs as much as possible so that Kale doesn't get harmed and he can heal himself. So this is one form. Ultra Defense Clanboss team. Now, while this is boring, it can be quite effective because it maintains an area of buffs. It maintains the War Master procs. See? And even if he gets harmed, Apothecary can help. And he boosts the speed of the whole team. So it's like a combination of things going on. So like, it's very hard for anyone to get stunned because of the constant buff maintenance. And Taragi's got the reflect on him. So that does a lot. Now, we could make it full defense, but the problem is then we don't have the War Master procs. Unless we could get War Master procs on more of these defense champions, then we could make that feasible. But right now, it's not it's not feasible to do it like that. And of course the reflect from Taragi is going to be pretty legit. Getting a decreased attack is pretty good. Keeping his attack down would be ideal if we could, like... See, buff maintenance is one thing. But it's another thing... The only way to improve this, maybe, would be to, like, get a reviver or something. But then that would reduce the duration of the buffs unless we had a Sifi. But yeah, this is the defense safety team. The only thing it lacks, though, is a Reser, which could bite us in the butt if Kale dies. Because then most of our DPS is gone. Thankfully, they don't seem to be focusing the Kale over anything else. So that allows Kale to get a full, unbridled view of the boss. As well as Taragi continuously providing poison every time he gets struck. As he's with the continuous heal and the buff extension of the Hellborn Sprite. So this is one team. See, that's kind of the weakness of it. It would have been better to have a reviver, because as we start to climb up the difficulty, Kale has a potential of getting one shot, which was not something I previously entirely considered, but I should have considered it. Now, I have a Sandlash, and Sandlash could be a good idea for this style of team. Because the problem is with this team is that it lacks damage. So if the damage dealer gets owned, we aren't going to do as much. Like, the only way this would really work is if we had, like, a block damage. Maybe with, like, Sandlashed or Manaya. See, because then he starts doing extra damage. So, this wasn't the most well thought out of team comp, but it was an experiment. The experiment was obviously a failure. Maybe a strengthen would be better. Something to stop the crushing damage. So, how do I want to set this up? Do we want to go with that, or do we want to go with... I'm going to try this as a defense team. Because that was a lackluster way for that to end. Now, the benefit of having these with Ninja is the fact that Ninja provides a lot of DPS. Now you may ask, where does this DPS come from? Well, a lot of it comes from the Hailburn skill. Specifically, the Hailburn skill plus Ascending Blows. The Ascending Blows of the Hailburn skill allow him to do massive amounts of damage in a very short amount of time. So that's part of why he's valued in Clanboss team compositions, and why it would be worth it to get War Master on him. Because imagine we have him with War Master and Kale with War Master, and then we have, like, I'm including Reliquary Tender not only for the cleanse, but also because she has a revive. Because I doubt I'm going to have the gear to get to, like, turn 50. Because it takes significant gear that's extremely durable. And it also takes, I'd say, a block damage or a very, very significant shield. Like Brogni type of shield in order to really take advantage. Now, this isn't the only Clanboss team that I have in mind. I do want to do a really funny team, like a Faction Wars team, where we do only Demon Spawn versus this boss, which would be hilarious. It would be actually, I don't think we can do it that way, because we need some form of defenders besides Abyssal. I don't think that would be a very good idea. It would be a funny idea, but I don't think it would be a very smart idea. So, I wish he would land his decrease attack more, because it's never a good thing when he doesn't land that decrease attack. So yeah, let's try it with Ninja. We get extra DPS here. And this extra DPS is probably going to add up really fast. It would be better if you could reduce that to 0 so that it would continuously reduce the cooldown. Because having these buffs fall off as per usual is always a very dangerous proposition to Liechtenstein. Because whenever this stuff falls off, it's not good. Alright, well, at least that gets me the excuse to put on the continuous heal. Because putting on the continuous heal is always a good thing. See, this Clanboss team is doing a lot more because there's a lot more DPS going on with these two than just the Kale. I've confirmed the theory that you don't want just one damage source. Granted, Taragi's technically a damage source, but he needs War Master in order for that to really come to life. See, with that going on, you get this much superior way of doing it, whereby Ninja can output a tremendous amount of damage, as you can see, and he keeps upping the ante on it. And we can also, by upping the ante, we can somehow maintain the shield more than normal and try to get to better numbers, because I was not bargaining for having that little power on a team, like that little damage, because I want to get it like at least 8 million, or it's something of a fail. That's the problem here. If it's not at least 8 million, we've failed. That's what you gotta realize. I failed. But if it's 8 million or above, then we've succeeded. So this is a success. I deem this a success. Ninja has made it a success because he does deeps. I mean, even though we've made it to 9 million, it's still more than a success. The other one was clearly a failure. Yeah, he's doing some mad damage. It's what we like to call mad damage. I'll take it. I'll take 14 million with 2 keys. Name someone else in my clan who can do that. You can't. Other than the leader, which is me again. Like, nobody else other than one of my accounts, one of my 2 prestige accounts, can do what I just did. Okay, now we're going to have to clean up on Isle Tag Team, because unfortunately, if I don't, we're going to have a little bit of a problem, because, ooh, Asachi! Nice, Asachi. I have Asachi now, at least on another account. She's 40, like this one, sadly. Okay, I'm gonna have to... Can we sleep him? No? Alright. Boom. That sounds about right. Dang. I was almost certain that was going to kill him. Now, knowing Ruel the Hunt Master... Well, actually, he's gone already. I was going to say, knowing him, and then he died. And I'm like, thumbs up to that. Thumbs up to that. I just want to try to get as much of these tokens as quickly as possible, because I don't want to miss any more fragments, any more days. Because if I do, this summon's going to take way the hell too long. Because I need this summon sooner on this account. That's the thing. Now that doesn't mean that I'm not going to get other experiments. There we go. Well, they got the rat. Oh, the rat got deleted. Of course he has unkillable buff somehow. Of course he does. But of course he's going to get poisoned by it anyway. So you're some kind of turn meter control support, lady? Okay. I mean, I'm still doing this because, again, I need those tokens. The metaphysics. Got him. Good night. Boom. Boom. All right. Who's next? These people on the agenda. Yes, yes. Because I want to have at least 360 every night without fail. If I haven't had it at least at night, at least once, we've failed. Now, I'm not going to show all of this on screen, but I want to show at least some of Project Diabolist. Because Project Diabolist is one of my diabolical schemes that I'm using to try to okay, you want to play like that, do we? Got him. Let's focus down that apothecary if we can, or her. Just try to get that speed down. Okay, on second thought, try to kill the Valerie. Because we aren't getting anywhere if he keeps getting cleansed. This is a problem. Skip it. Too much of a hassle. I need to get these tokens in ASAP, and it's wasting too much of my precious time to waste with that. Too much of my precious time. Okay, let's try this. If we can get a certain amount more, now, more reason if it weren't necessary that I need to continue to raise food for her so she can actually do her job. Because I don't have a full team of 60s yet. That's not like a full team of 12 60s because she'll be the 12th on this account. Okay. Get the flame on you. Cleanse. All right. It's just the Diabolist is the weakest chink in the armor that I need to fix. Of all the champions I have, the Diabolist is the weakest link. Gotta focus down the shaman. There we go. Okay, we have enough. We will still do more, but we've got enough for what I need. We have to check the exact timing. 18 hours will do it. Okay, so after that, first things first, we're going to start preparing the food for the next rank 6. A little bit of it. I'm not going to do much of this, but I need to do at least some of it. Because I need to continue to march forward towards the goal, which is to get that rank 6. I need to stop selling that. Because, like, the problem is I'm trying to shore up the weak link in the armor. Which happens to be my Diabolist. My Diabolist happens to be the weakest link. So I'm trying to fix that dilemma. Is this easy to fix? No. Is it fixable? Yes. Yes, it is. Because the problem is, after we fix these up, I have to continue to level stuff to rank 4 him. Well, no, rank 5 him, excuse me. Rank 5 him. And then after that, I still have to do 2 more rank 5s just to fix the problem. This isn't the full grind. This is a representative of the grind. This is a representative. There's a lot more going on behind the scenes. But this is how I try to spam levels, because I don't get XP from Tag Team Arena, and I don't get XP when my champions don't have the rank food. So this is where I get the food from. Right? Granted, I already needed to take these guys out because they already reached level 20. Already. Because this guy is the base. He's the base for the next food. That's what. This is the tail end of the storm of farming. Now, lucky for me, I have a base for the next food. Because in the end, I have to repair a lot of food for Diabolist. Fixing the weak link. Because that's exactly what my problem is. I have a weak link in the armor that has to be fixed. So that's part of the issue here. Now, we have one further problem. Is that I have to decide who are we going to repair in terms of my other account. Because we do have to repair a bunch of these 40s. We have to stop the plague of the 40s. Because that's another problem I'm running into. Is that there's a lot of 40s on my other account. An obscene amount of 40s. And the 40s have to be fixed somehow. And the only way to fix them is to prepare more food in order to fix this conundrum. By going through this fascinating brimstone abyss of doom and death. Because only by doing that can we fix up this loose end. Now, this isn't the only thing we're going to be doing either. I'm going to be checking on what other tourneys are going on. So there's a tournament. Fireknight tournament. What are the rewards for Fireknight? Isn't it? Dragon using only epics. Okay, first things first. We're going to do Fireknight. Because I have been ignoring Fireknight for some time now. And voila, we have a Fireknight team already assembled. Yes, good old Fireknight. Oh no. Ooh, wait a second. Wait a minute. Yeah, that decreased buff duration just owned his ass. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, the main reason that I'm trying to do that other food thing still is because I had some unfinished business when it came to trying to deal with what? Deal with the food. Because I have to do more of this off screen. I have to try to shore up the weak link. So yeah, like and subscribe if you like this content. I work very hard on it. I've got to multi-hit this. This version is quite difficult because generally speaking, you're going to want to no, okay, I did that wrong. I needed to go on the offensive there. That was bad. No. I don't want to waste that ability. That's the problem. Getting these multi-hits in is very hard. No, I should have just... Come on, please. No, he resisted. No. So bad. Going on the offensive because I know he's going to heal soon. This is the hardest Fireknight I have ever fought and won, which should give you an idea how rough this Fireknight actually is. I'm going to push the offensive straight away here. The main thing here is to try to multi-hit, crack that shield as fast as we can. Because if we don't crack that shield, we're screwed. Alright, crack the shield. That's the name of the game right now. Crack that shield open. Get the burn. Unfortunately, he's going to heal there. I want to keep him on his toes. Get some damage in. Yeah, this is the hardest Fireknight I've ever beaten. It's really hard. Yeah, this is the hardest of the Fireknights that I've ever managed to kill. And you can probably tell why. Because he is a real wretch. And it's amazing that anyone even kills something better than this. It amazes me. It really does. There we go. No. This is really bad. This fight is really, really hard. Alright. I don't know what's good you're doing. It's not my fault you're listening to some vermin. You decided, aha, I'm going to listen to vermin. It's not my doing. You decided, aha, I am going to listen to the vermin. I am going to listen to the vermin of doom. I'm going to listen to the vermin. And I'm going to annoy everyone with it. But yeah, this is by far the most frustrating Fireknight. And notice how much he's decreased my max health. That should give you an idea how annoying he is. Oh boy. Nuke him with that. Go in. Even with multi-heal hitting his shield so much, he's still an absolute wretch. Okay, can we please? Of course he resists all. Of course, because he has almost infinite resistance. Wonderful. Oh no, come on. Come on. Just die already. Get the flames. Come on. Yes! Finally! Jeez! Oof! That hurt my soul.